Hello everybody, this is Wyatt, and you're listening to Tales Untold, the podcast that knows no bounds for the paranormal and unexplained. It's made for people who love when things go bump in the night.
Hello and welcome back to Tales Untold. I'm Erica.
And I'm Wyatt.
And today we have the Night Hag.
Yes, as far as I know, this is considered a sleep paralysis demon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a very well-known one.
No, I think it's one of the most popular ones. I mean,
Really?
there's only, there's kind of a lot.
I mean...
There's a lot of, subcategories.
Yeah.
She's a category...
Of in itself?
Yeah. But then there's, subcategories.
I believe Hatman is one of them. I know we talked about him a while ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if he is exactly one of them, because I believe to, see him, you, take a bunch of Benadryl, which nobody should ever do.
No.
My friend actually went to the hospital because he took a bunch of Benadryl.
That sounds like a poor life choice.
I'll play the Ouija board, sure, I'll do some stupid things, but I'm not going to be doing anything that could actually harm the inside of my body like that.
So the Night Hag is a part of sleep paralysis and is one of the demons that can be seen. Sleep paralysis affects about 8% of people with about 8% of people who will experience it at least once in their lifetime.
I hope I never do. I never sleep on my back because I believe you're more likely to get it on when you sleep on your back.
I always wake up on my back. And my arms are up over my head and my mouth is wide open. Constantly I wake up like that.
Well, do you remember any sleep paralysis demon?
No. No, I dream fairly often and I usually have pretty vivid dreams. But I've never experienced something like that.
I mean, I guess I'm kind of glad that I have my room set up the way it does, because if I ever did fall asleep on my back, my feet touch the wall. My bed is facing a wall with a window, so I feel like there isn't much room for sleep paralysis, if you kind of get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Usually...
they could just be standing next to you instead. Or floating above you. They could still sit on your chest. That's a supernatural experience. They don't really...
It just
the
makes
laws
me
of
feel...
physics aren't the same.
It makes me feel better the way I sleep.
I can still touch the wall. I'm awake. I'm okay. I'm still home. It's fine. And of those 8%, 30% are usually students or psychiatric patients. I found that to be a very specific...
Students?
Yes.
Of what? Just...
You probably college. Or people that are stressed out, not getting a lot of sleep.
Sleep deprived?
Yes. Or erratic sleep patterns. Which honestly, I worked overnight for 10 years. I am surprised I did not experience something like this. I saw some trippy shit. I saw lights when there were none. I saw some weird stuff that were literally just part of my brain.
I mean, I've never done overnights for 10 years, but I do stay up pretty late, especially in the summertime, and I'm a little surprised I haven't experienced anything, if that's true.
I can promise you, staying up by choice is 100% different than having to stay up for work and then come home and take care of children and still be awake. So there were literally days where I was awake. Days. I don't know how I'm still alive. Honestly. Or I guess I don't know how they're still alive either. I don't know how we made it, but we did. So I'm surprised I have not experienced this. So
be glad that you haven't.
I suppose.
I mean, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say
it'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, but it wouldn't at the same time.
Yeah, that's kind of like our last episode when Natty said she had been abducted by aliens. And I was like, that's so cool! From a third person's perspective.
Actually, I believe she has posted the episode that we did with her on her channel, Cryptids, Creeps, and Conspiracies.
Yes. She named it Baba Yaga, Bigfoot, and the Bloody Leaf. It is episode 87.
Wow.
Yeah. So she She can be found on
Spotify.
just about everything.
I don't know if she's on Apple Podcasts, but I know she.
Yep,
oh no,
she's
she
got
is.
Apple.
Something called Castbox.
Yep.
I know she's on YouTube.
Yeah. They're
Spotify.
pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
So
if you haven't listened to that episode, I'd definitely go check it out. It's pretty interesting.
We do have her on Instagram, so you can find her on there and then get her link tree and then find her for your podcast vice of choice. So the sleep paralysis happens because your body is essentially still asleep, but your mind has woken up. And typically it happens in the opposite direction.
Concept.
So it makes sense. I think we've talked about sleep paralysis a smidgen at some point. Yeah, I don't know if it was on recording or not. I don't remember.
Ooh,
or maybe actually it could be both.
Yeah.
Probably both. More realistically. So what happens when you're asleep is you actually do lose control of your body. Like you do kind of put yourself into a paralysis because it prevents you.
You're vulnerable.
Well, it prevents you. Like, no, you're literally like paralyzed.
Like as you go to.
Yeah, you literally are in like a state of paralysis so that you don't get up and start acting out your dreams.
But then, how do people toss and turn in their sleep?
Because you go through cycles in your sleep.
What do you mean?
So there's different. I don't know exactly the different cycles, but you've heard of REM sleep, right? That's when
I've just heard of sleep.
It literally stands for rapid eye movement. So like that's when you're sleeping and your eyes underneath your eyelids start like going crazy because you're dreaming. Your body is in a different state of sleep, which is REM.
This is going to sound really weird. My eyelids have done that while I'm awake. They rapidly go back and forth. I don't know how.
They twitch?
I don't know how to explain it, but they like feel like they're going back and forth. It might be twitching.
Yeah, it's a muscle spasm.
It's so weird.
You need more water in your life. Or I think that's associated with stress headache. No. There's something that triggers that. It happens to me sometimes. It's rather obnoxious. Where you're just sitting there and your eyelids going and you're like, all right, can we stop, please? But no, this is like, it's called rapid eye movement because your eyes are literally moving rapidly. Yes, they're doing that very quickly underneath your eyelids. Like your eyes don't pop. Your eyes don't pop open and they're like looking around like, great, that would be so scary.
I think it's weird that people sleep with their eyes open. Like obviously, I don't think they do it I don't think you can do it on purpose. Can you?
No, I don't think so.
I think that's just that's so weird to me.
No, I don't. My dad actually, he got into a really bad car accident when he was like, I don't know, 25. So he had a scar. He had gotten a cut on his eyelid, so they had to stitch it shut. Oh. So now one of his eyes, I believe it's his left, when he's asleep, is slightly open. So maybe like quarter of an inch or so. So like if you happen to catch him while he's sleeping, that one eye is just open a smidgen. And it's pretty creepy looking. You think he's looking at you and you're like, you there? Like, are you awake? Hello? It's pretty freaky. But that doesn't really have anything to do with this.
Well, I mean, kind of. I just brought up.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's definitely not something he could control. It's just what happened.
I don't think anybody can control sleeping with their eyes open or shut.
No. So when you're sleeping, you go through several different cycles of sleep. So I'm sure there's the one where you're initially falling asleep, your body's calming down, your breath is slowing, and then I think that I want to say there's 4. I took a psychology class when I was in high school, like 20 million years ago. I don't remember all of the cycles, but the one that people typically remember is REM. I think that is the last one of the cycle, and that's your deepest sleep where you're in that state of paralysis, like your body can't move. And so if while you're in that state, your mind wakes up before your body.
But then why do you see like the scariest thing pretty much imaginable? But why not like see something interesting?
Actually, I did read that very, very rarely you can actually experience something lighthearted and like a good experience.
So then why most of the time you just get bad
Because
experiences?
humans are stressed out, man. So, so a lot of what people are claiming is that this Night Hag is actually a representation of all of the stress you're feeling in your life.
And she's supposedly the most popular one?
Yeah.
I've literally never heard of her before.
Well, maybe. Really?
Yeah, like, I mean, I've heard people, like, joke around and be like, oh, my sleep paralysis demon, or, like, say something is their sleep paralysis demon.
She's actually the reason we have the word nightmare.
What?
Yeah. So, nightmare used to be two separate words, night and mare. So, mare came from the Scandinavian word mare, which meant a supernatural creature, which is related to an incubi and a succubi.
Oh.
Yes. So there's those subcategories we were talking about. So typically I'm sure people were more stressed out, hundreds of years ago when they're trying to figure out just how to, live their life, put food on their table, right? We have much different ideas of stress these days. Although some people still worry about those things, unfortunately. So when they had these, they would say, like, they had a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they got mared. They got, like, mare was an adjective, a verb. Like, it was something that happened to them. And then eventually it became nightmare as we know and use it today.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
It's interesting. I never even knew that there was that much lore behind.
Yeah.
It's just a simple word.
It also has Greek and Old Norse origins, but we don't really need to get into that. But typically she is what people see when they do experience this sleep paralysis demon.
That's interesting. She's like described to look like this like super old lady with like a big nose with like a cloak, red eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I heard and like read the description of her, it kind of reminded me of the witch from Tangled, like in her
the bad
true
lady.
form.
Yeah. When she's all old and decrepit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's typically what people see and describe her as, is just a scary witch.
When I think of sleep paralysis, I think there's this like creature called the Rake.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of that?
I have.
Like just that as like a shadow figure with like red eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I imagine. Or the Hat Man. But I feel like the Hat Man's become more of a meme than an actual scary entity.
I don't know. I almost wish I had experienced this before. I'm after reading all of these things, I'm so surprised I did not. Like I said, I had some weird hallucinations from lack of sleep. Like, man, you don't need to do drugs. Just don't sleep. And there you go. Like, you will see some crazy stuff.
I know. I think it's like after like 2 days full of no sleep, like that's when the hallucinations begin.
There were times where I was sleeping maybe 2 or 3 hours every couple of days. And those 2 or 3 hours were never all at once. Yeah. It was bad. It was not healthy. It was not okay. So glad I'm out of that.
I don't have a great sleeping schedule.
Mine's still a little crazy, but for different reasons. Well, still work related, I guess. But they're not that outlandish anymore. I'm too old for that.
I never knew the actual reason behind sleep paralysis, so it was interesting to learn the scientific reason.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of people that think that so many different cultures experience this, that so many different cultures came up with a reason. But I do think it's interesting that it is always some sort of scary woman. Or like an old lady that is scary and witch-like. For all of these cultures. Scandinavian, really? Newfoundland, Albania, Turkey, Thailand, all over Asia, the Middle East, Africa, Europe. Like, she's
That's insane.
literally in all of these cultures. So I find that really interesting. It's kind of like my idea of dragons. I know, bear with me. I love dragons, okay? There are so many cultures that have a dragon-like creature. Like, there's China, that's literally, like, you think of China, it's a dragon.
Yeah, the year of the dragon.
Yeah,
like,
you literally...
Or what's that holiday? The one with the red and gold envelopes.
Chinese New Year's?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, like you think of China or Chinese food, like you literally imagine a red and gold dragon.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, a red and gold dragon. I'm pretty sure Chinese places have on their menu dragon meat. Obviously,
a lot of them do.
Yeah.
And then Japan has their own myths about dragons. They look a little bit different. They're usually blue. They're a little bit different.
I like the red and gold dragons.
Yeah.
They look very nice.
They do look cool. I love dragons in all of their forms. I feel like cats would be the closest descendant to a dragon.
Really?
Yeah. They're just so majestic. I love them. Anyway.
I think, what are those? I think it's like an Australian animal.
Komodo dragon?
That, maybe? I don't know.
They got their own little island.
Or like a bearded dragon.
They're very vicious, giant lizards that are, I believe, going extinct. They have their own island. I remember there was a movie that scared the crap out of me when I was a kid, where like they went. It was a. I guess it's probably considered a thriller, maybe a horror. I'm not good at, differentiating the two. But these people, I think they got stranded on this island, and they ended up getting attacked by Komodo dragons.
Really?
Yeah, and I think there were a couple of kids, so I'm guessing that it was very Jurassic Park-like, but they needed to escape this island, and of course it's raining, and like it's very Jurassic Park. It's a very Jurassic Park 90s scary animal movie. I don't recall the ending. I just remember bits and pieces. I should. If anybody knows the name of this movie, please let me know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know you don't know. You would not know. But
I feel like I'd be one of the only people that would know.
It's some kind of old movie. I feel like it's one of those.
Is it like one of those like not well-known movies?
Probably. If it's something I know, probably.
I do know.
Terrible with movies, so probably.
In real life, there's an island filled with snakes, and there's also an island filled with cats. Yeah.
Meow.
There's also an island with a bunch of native people that try to attack you when you go there.
I mean, yeah.
It's their island.
Yeah, they can have it. We got enough land over here. They can have that. It's fine. My theory about the dragons. We got distracted.
We got distracted from the actual topic talking about dragons, and then we got distracted.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Well, not really, because my theory about the dragons is that there are so many cultures that have some sort of association with dragons. Like we even have in Europe, the knights fighting dragons. Like, yeah, it probably was just stories, but do you think that maybe there was a creature at some point that that was similar to a dragon, and it just got blown up over time?
Something comes from something,
right?
Or somewhere.
If it was only one culture that came up with this animal, I'd be like, all right, it's just a story. Whatever. But there are so many cultures that had no interaction for hundreds of years that had all of these stories that are so similar with all of these same creatures, the same. So it's bizarre to me that they're so similar, but they didn't know anything about each other.
That's the thing I find so interesting about like urban legends or just like folklore, like weird creatures, is because somewhere along the line someone had to see something to like there's a truth to, what's the saying, it's there's a truth to
every story. No.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, but like this is hopefully it doesn't stop recording. But like Slender Man, he came from somewhere. Like
yeah, but that was just literally a story that somebody made up.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't that just like folklore?
Well, a lot of folklore. Yeah, a lot of folklore came from trying to explain phenomenon that was happening, like, you know, crazy weather, change in seasons, those sorts of things, or or simply just to keep children from going into the woods, like with
Baby
Baba Yaga.
Yaga.
Like honey, don't go near those woods. Baba Yaga's gonna eat you. Or
like the
spit you
boogeyman, like go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, when we say Baba Yaga or boogeyman, I think of John Wick, but
I do not. I don't think I've ever seen any of them.
they're really good movies.
Yeah, you know what? I always, when you say that, I always think of Constantine.
Because of Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. And I feel like it's a similar storyline. Even though I've never seen John Wick, I feel like the character is similar. I honestly, I have zero basis on this. This is literally 100% feeling in my heart.
I have not seen
no
Constantine,
idea.
so
I could be
I don't
very
know.
wrong. I have no idea.
Going back to more of the topic of the sleep paralysis, my grandma actually told me a story about one time she had sleep paralysis. When she lived at her old house, I think she was just moving in to her old house, and she was putting her bed wherever she wanted in the bedroom, and so her house was kind of set up. There was her bedroom, and then if you came out of there, it would be like the kitchen area, and then from the kitchen, like if you're in her bedroom standing in the doorway, straight ahead is the kitchen, and then to the right would be like the back hall or the pantry where the washer and dryer and stuff is. She said that when her bed was put like that, I think it was like kind of in the middle of the room because she still needed to put stuff up on the walls and stuff. I forget exactly how she said it was, but she said when she went to bed, she like woke up, couldn't move, and she saw these like 20 dark robed clothed people holding books walking around her bed from out of the pantry into her room and just circling her bed for a little bit. And then she woke up, moved her bed, and it never happened again.
That's weird. Yeah, maybe she's part of that 8%. There was a lot of stuff going down when she moved into that house. So
like what?
Like stressful things in her life.
Oh, that actually, yeah, I just realized moving into a new house is now the old house.
Well, and the reasons that the move was to be had. So I can understand that, like, she's ticked all the boxes for
so I guess that makes sense
happening.
Also, she doesn't really remember her dreams, so I feel like if she remembered that one, it probably happened.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was interesting.
How frightening would that be if, like, those were real entities of some kind?
Very frightening.
I think it's very peculiar that they didn't come back. If they were indeed a entity of some kind.
I don't know. I mean, this is like a stretch. It's probably something like movie related, but what if she put her bed right over like some sort of satanic symbol like that was under the rug, and she accidentally somehow summoned these people, and then when she moved the bed, it closed
actually there
the
was
quote-unquote portal.
There was a crawl space underneath her room. There's a crawl space.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many bodies are down there.
Right? Yeah.
I always found basement crawl spaces interesting, like at my dad's house. Like one time I tried to go up in there, and I did, and there was like this little hole in the ground, and I swore I saw like a box in there, but he ended up pulling me back before I could grab it, and he told me that we could go back up there another time, but we never did, so I don't know if there's actually a box or not. It looked like a little wooden... Like, it was small.
I wonder what he was hiding from you. That makes me feel like that was his. Like, he was like, oh no, that's right, I put that there. He can't find that. Yank.
That would be really interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of, what's that movie? Clove Hitch Killer. In this movie, his son discovers, like, under the house, a bunch of licenses of people he's killed. It's actually a really good movie.
That sounds very John Wayne Gacy-like. Keeping all the wallets. Because his wife found that he had all these like men's wallets. I was like,
he actually put the bodies under his kitchen.
I mean, he did. He hid people in his house too. So I mean, that's. I wonder if that's where they got the idea.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know if there actually was a box.
Probably.
I mean, maybe. But what I was saying about crawl spaces, I just think they're so interesting because people do hide things.
Oh, it's a very easy place to hide.
Yeah, and especially with how old most of the houses are that have them. Like, there could be any number of things from any number of years ago.
Yeah, because I'd imagine they pour the foundation and then they just fill it back in with dirt. Yeah. Like, so I wonder what else they could have hid. Like, I wonder what's under my house. The cable guy, like, years ago when I first moved in, he had to climb through there to put the cable in.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he find anything?
He didn't say anything. Lots of spider webs. I was impressed that he gladly climbed up there all by himself.
It's his job.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, but I get it, but he wasn't tentative at all.
Really?
So that must not have been his
unusual.
First rodeo.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't really seem too thrilled about it, but he wasn't like,
what's up here?
Yeah, like, he didn't seem scared. Or maybe he was just good at hiding it. I don't know. But it was funny that he needed to. I felt bad. I was like, sorry, dude. Is there a different way? Like, eh. So with the Night Hag, she is either seen at the foot of your bed or sitting on your chest. I think both are frightening, but the idea of her sitting on your chest.
Feeling the weight.
Yeah.
And actually not being able to move.
Actually, I experienced something similar to this. You're going to find this really strange and completely unrelatable. When I was in labor with Zachary, they induced me, right? And then they gave me the epidural. So that numbed my whole body. I couldn't do shit. Right? So, but he wasn't ready to come out yet. So I want to say maybe it was like 8 o'clock at night or something. So I was sleepy. I wanted to fall asleep. They turned out the lights. I'm like laying there, whatever. And I'm just at the moment of falling asleep. And like, I would startle myself awake because I felt like I wasn't breathing.
What?
Yes. I don't know if I was or was not.
That's really weird.
It was scary. Because I felt like I had stopped breathing. They had a lot of things hooked up to me, so...
Maybe you were just claustrophobic?
No.
No?
Like, it felt like I was holding my breath. Like I was underwater and I was holding my breath.
That's really weird.
So, like, there was a pressure in my chest that felt like I wasn't breathing.
That's really weird.
And it happened, I think I woke myself up from it maybe twice within like 10 minutes or so. So I called the nurse in. I was like, I'm not dying today. No, thank you. And like I told her and she's like, well, it's probably because, you're numb. Like you can't really do anything from the waist down.
That kind of sounds like sleep paralysis.
Exactly. That's what made me think of it is like, it's something similar. There was no hag involved. There was no other frightening factor other than the fact of I'm not breathing. I'm going to die. Wake up. Like that was literally what my brain was doing to me.
Well, let's hope since we're talking about it so much, we don't get it tonight.
Hopefully not. I've already had enough weird dreams. So it's...
I also don't really remember my dreams. Like, I'll remember the occasional one, like, because of how weird it is. And usually involves some sort of serial killer or killer.
Yeah, mine are typically pretty bizarre. My dreams are they're definitely bizarre. They are always bizarre.
I know. I remember one really, really bizarre one, but I don't think I should share it.
No.
No.
I mean, there's not much else to say for the
Sleep paralysis or Night Hag.
Now
we're going back to our roots.
Yeah, short episodes. So if you have not already, go ahead and check out the Cryptids, Creeps, and Conspiracies podcast. Check out our episode about Baba Yaga. Find out what that bloody leaf is all about. Not an English bloody leaf. A real bloody leaf.
Also, can you believe that this is our second to last episode?
Yeah, season 3 is closing.
Done, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird.
So I guess join us next week for our season 3 final episode.
I'm Erica.
I'm Wyatt.
Thanks for listening.
This is Tales Untold.